Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the story and the plot ideas for my game. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So in this video, I want to talk about three main plot pieces. First, let's talk about the quote-unquote starters. Now, in Pokemon, your starters are given to you. 3 choices, pick whichever one you fancy the most. In my game, what I thought would be kind of a fun idea would be that you have a lot of options to choose from, and you must engage in battle to capture it. Let me explain. Basically, you would be sent into these areas to catch your starter. And this large open area would have different sub-areas to explore. For example, a volcano for a fire type, a ocean for a water type, or maybe a haunted mansion for a phantom type, and so on. Though, there is one caveat. You can only catch 1, but maybe later in the game you could come back and catch more if you wanted to add them to your team. But when you first start out the game, you'd only have 1, and you would have maybe around 5 options, being a fire type, a water type, an air type, and an electric type. Maybe some other ones, but those are the main ones I was thinking of. The next concept are rivals. Now, rivals in Pokemon are a little bit of a toss-up. Sometimes you have not nice people being your rivals, or overly nice people being your rivals. And in this game, I wanted a real mix. For Critical, I intended on the player having 3 rivals. A nice one, a mean one, or a jerk rival, and a mysterious rival. The nice rival is competitive, but still a nice person, and it'll probably be similar to the player. You'd also probably fight them a standard amount compared to the other 2, as a nice sort of middle ground. The mystery rival would fight you probably the least, and would probably be having some relevance to the main story. Now, the jerk rival is probably very harsh to you, and then slowly gets nicer as the plot progresses, or just stays a jerk the whole time, and you fight them the most. They would even interact with each other and battle each other. For example, maybe the jerk rival beats the nice rival, or the mystery rival loses to the nice rival, and so on. You would find them throughout the game in different areas. And the nice part about having 3 rivals is, sure, they're more spread out, but you get 3 completely different characters with 3 completely different styles of play. So the player doesn't have just one de facto strategy for a rival, they have to adapt on the fly. And all the rivals would have different types of teams and ideals and strategies. For example, maybe the jerk rival is all about offense, while the mystery one's all about setting up for a big hit. So the last major thing I want to talk about in the plot for the game is that instead of having standard gym battles, you would be going through coliseums, stadiums, or arenas. Not sure on the name yet, but to break it down, you basically go through these stadiums and complete a challenge. Whether that's a tournament with other trainers, or maybe a puzzle even, or a race, or some kind of labyrinth maybe. Basically, each stadium, which there are 13 in total, would each have a different challenge to overcome. For example, the first one is a simple puzzle. The second one is a small tournament. The third one will be a catching challenge. 4th, a race. 5th, a double battle, and so on. And these would obviously scale in difficulty. And there would be non-combat and combat-based ones so that multiple kinds of players can enjoy them. You would even possibly encounter your rivals in these stadiums, and they would possibly even fight you in the tournament ones, or help you out in something like the race. After completing a stadium, you would get for what I want to call for now, a star. Once you get 13 stars, you could then participate in this large tournament with all the top players. And you'd be crowned a quote-unquote champion, but champion is just a rank, so to speak, as you can easily lose that title at any time. So it's more oh, you're really good, but you're not consistently the best yet. And that's why we keep fighting trainers and participating in tournaments. The stadiums will get harder and more complex as you go. Anyways, that's about it for this devlog. I've been Fire. See ya.